Melissa Muller coming at you again. Today we're going to continue our conversation that we had yesterday about crafting your vision statement. We took a look back first, and then we took a look inside. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look to the future. We're going to take a look and inside. And so we'll take a look at when we are living the lifestyle of our dreams, what does it actually look like? And so to do that, there's a couple of tools that we use. The first one is the perfect week. Now this is our P2K weekly planner that our Ultimate Achievers use. But for these purposes, what we're going to do is we're going to use it for the perfect week. What does it look like when you're living the life of your dreams? You've crushed all your goals. You've probably given some thought about what kind of car you're driving, what kind of house you live in, maybe where you live. But what is it that you do throughout the day? What is it that you do in a typical week? You get up in the morning, on Monday morning, you do your daily routine. What does that look like? And then you go, you do something. And what do you do during the day? So plan that out, because I don't know, we all probably plan out our current weeks, what we're doing now, so we can plan out, what is, what we're doing now. But think about, if you're living the lifestyle of your dreams, you're crushing all your goals, what does your day, what does your week look like? You want to add anything to that?
No, I think that what you need to do is think in terms of not just physically, but like emotionally. So maybe you love to read. So put that in. For me, it was, I don't want to wake up to an alarm clock. That was super important to me. Now, does that mean that sometimes, I had to wake up to an alarm clock? Sure. But in my life, I would like to not have to live in a world where every day I have to punch an alarm clock. So hopefully that helps you.
Yeah, me too. Speaking of that. But for this exercise, what does it look like for you? I'll put in the chat here the download link to download the forms in case the worksheets, in case you didn't get them yesterday. But what does it look like for you when you're living your perfect life? Take some time on this and just kind of think about, what time you're getting up, when, what are you doing? Who are you serving? How are you generating revenue at that point in life? How, what kind of lifestyle that you're living? What, do you have a job? Are you punching a clock? Or are you like, totally retired and have all the money in the world that you ever wanted? I mean, what does it look like when your dream lifestyle? What is your daily routine? Take a few minutes and take some time on this and think about it. And the next thing what we're going to do is we're going to begin to craft our vision statement. It's your turn. Your vision statement is this guide, this articulation of what your perfect ideal lifestyle looks like. Now, you see C3PO up there because we use the C3PO method as we craft our vision statement. There's certain points or certain aspects of it that you want to make sure that you cover. And it's 3 C's of P&O. C3PO. The first one is clear. Your vision statement should be clear and well written. Use the words that need to be used and don't use the words that don't need to be used. You want to add anything to that, Liz?
No, I just think, for instance, David's is less and mine's a little bit more, but it's still clear. So don't think of this in terms of the amount of words.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other thing actually brings us to the next C, which is concise. Concise is, talking about the length. There's not really a set length that it should be. It should say everything that it needs to say without saying a bunch of stuff that it doesn't need to say. And the reason I suggest keeping it short is because I think it should be committed to memory. And the longer it is, the harder it is going to be to do that. And the quicker you have it to memory, and the quicker that it becomes part of your being, then the quicker it will begin to manifest itself. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And the third C is compelling. Your why should make you cry. This compelling, it should really pull you into action.
Yeah, and literally when you read it, or you maybe read it out loud to somebody else, it, if you're not a crier, of course it shouldn't make you cry, but you should definitely feel like your soul chills, whatever internally makes you realize that, oh my gosh, yes, like this is it. So whatever that means to you. For me, I do get a little welled up, but I always get like a little bit of soul chills every time I read mine.
Yeah, it should be emotional. It should draw emotion. Obviously, you don't have to cry, but all right. So the P and the C and the 3CPO is present tense. Your vision statement should be written as if it exists today. It should be written in present tense as opposed to, someday in the future I'm going to have this. I want to be. I'm going to have this. Those things. Avoid the futuristic words and write it as if it is in existence today. I am this. I do this. I help you. Yeah, that.
And avoid I'll try. That's another big, huge.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely.
I'll try.
Should not be part of your vision statement. And then others. The O stands for others. Your vision statement should be bigger than yourself. It should, encompass and add value to others, because the lifestyle that you live is what creates the legacy that you leave behind. And so that's why, we start with the end in mind. That's why we start with what kind of legacy do we want to leave, and then determine what lifestyle it takes to craft that legacy. And if we're going to reverse engineer our lifestyle for that purpose, you might as well make it an awesome lifestyle as well. And if you craft that perfect lifestyle and then articulate it, what it looks like, and it's clear, it's concise, it's compelling, written in present tense, and it includes others, this is what we're talking about. And on the next, here's an example of mine. Here's our vision statements. I live every day purposely to inspire and empower others to step into their passion and live even more healthy, wealthy, and wise. And this literally empowers everything that I do. Everything that I do throughout the day is to this end. And it's short, concise. It's kind of a 10,000-foot overview of what it is. Now, Alyssa's going to do hers next, and hers is cool because it's longer, but it's very, very specific with what she's going to do, where mine is more of an overall net.
So mine is, I'm a leader of leaders. I embrace the change I see in others with patience, empathy, and love. I lead with relentless strength to pull from others the gifts they are destined to share with the world. I am an author, a coach, and a speaker. I inspire others to grow daily and desire to leave the world a better place. I live a life free to go anywhere, do anything, and share it with those I desire to be around. I give always in every way because I'm equipped to.
Woo, that's powerful. It's like a mic drop. I love that. Every time she recites that, it's so powerful because she has crafted it. She's used this process just like I use this process to go through and take a look at really what's important to us and craft it. And every 90 days, it's tweaked a little bit. But now these are, they don't get tweaked as much because they've kind of settled into a sweet spot.
Yeah, that's been mine for the last 5 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
So then, so that is our process on how to craft your vision statement. And what we're going to talk about next week is what to do next. What do you do once you have a vision statement? How do you create that life? How do you bring it to fruition? How do you manifest that in reality and begin to live that lifestyle? So what we're going to do is connect. So tomorrow we're going to post all of this information. We'll post a blog that has it all written. We'll post these videos and we'll combine them so you'll be able to watch it all in one sitting. I'll also make available the downloads. If you haven't downloaded them already, this is the time, because they're not typically available for free. Also, let's talk about it. Let's connect. Every Thursday night, we do a Ultimate Achievers Happy Hour, where I set up, we get on Zoom and we just talk about whatever's important to you, what's on your mind, what are the challenges, what are the trials and tribulations you're having as an entrepreneur, what are the, how is your vision statement coming out? What was your experience like as you go through these exercises and as you take a look back and do a 90-day review over the last 90 days, and as you look inside and develop and determine what your core values are, and then you go through and the values exercises, and you take a look at really what makes you tick, and then roll those things into a description of your perfect life. What is it going to look like when you're crushing all your dreams and you're living large? And then write that out, articulate that, and then if you're brave enough, come and share it with us. Post it in the stream here on one of the videos, or just join us on Thursday and tell us what your vision statement is. What does it look like when you're living the lifestyle of your dreams and you're crushing all your goals? Want to add anything to that, Liz?
No, I'm just really excited. And the point is just to get started. Don't feel like, try to understand that whatever you feel is whatever you feel, but don't let it get in the way of actually moving forward. So whether you're feeling overwhelmed or you feel like, oh my gosh, I wish I could do this. No, start where you're at and just begin the process, baby steps. Like I shared before, this is something that I've done for, I'll be 50 and I started in my 20s. So a good 30 years. So think about that. Like 30 years later, I should be good at it. I should be excellent at it. But when I first started, I wasn't that great, but I got started anyway. So, just keep that in mind.
Yeah, it's so true. In order to be good at something, you got to be bad at it first. You got to start at being bad at it. And then the more you do it badly, the better you get at it. And pretty soon you become very proficient at it. And then you become an expert.
Yeah, the key phrase, we learned from one of our personal mentors in a group setting was John C. Maxwell. It's failing forward. So look to fail forward every day. I didn't realize that's what I was doing at the time, but literally failing forward became part of my journey, and I accepted it. I wasn't trying to avoid it. And so I think that's super important. Give yourself permission to make mistakes, but don't stop. Don't quit.
That's right. All right. With that, I think our time is up.
Yes.
We will see you Thursday night at happy hour. And you can join the Ultimate Achievers Alliance for free at p2klifestyle.com, just like you see scrolling on the bottom of the screen right now. Super excited to connect with you. With that, Muller's out.
Wait.